3 more games for the Diamondbacks in the great state of Arizona before they take off on their final road trip of the year. It's Roberto Clemente Day across baseball. And tonight at Chase Field here in downtown Phoenix, the Diamondbacks take on the San Diego Padres in the first of a 3-game series. Our Subway surprise standings. Let's take a look at the wild card race. And the Diamondbacks still 4.5 back in that race for the second and final wild card spot. Everybody right now in the wild card standings chasing the St. Louis Cardinals. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg Soli. Joe Borowski alongside tonight. Happy to have you aboard for D-backs baseball. The Diamondbacks going to face a left-hander tonight, Eric Stoltz. And Joey was very good against the Diamondbacks last time he pitched here at Chase Field.
He's been very good in his last 7 starts, Greg. 5-0, but especially his last start against the Diamondbacks. He went out there and he dominated the Diamondbacks. And how did he do it? He was commanding his fastball and his breaking ball down in the zone. He had the Diamondback hitters off balance all night. He went out there through 7 scoreless.
And he chipped in with a pretty good bat that night also. His mound opponent tonight will be Ian Kennedy, coming off one of his best outings of the year. That was against the Dodgers.
There's no denying that. He went out there and he absolutely dominated the Dodgers. And there's one simple way he did it, Greg. I thought he went out there and established his changeup and his curveball in the first inning. That's something we haven't seen much of him throughout his career. But he went out there, he changed his game plan, and it was extremely effective against the Dodgers. He did a great job.
Well, Ian hopes to be sharp tonight against a Padre team that has really dominated the Diamondbacks this year. They've won 8 of the last 9 ball games between these two.
Yeah, they have. And they've been doing it one way, Greg, and that's average with runners in scoring position. When you hit 315 with guys on base, you're going to score 6.6 runs per game.
So the Padres come in here. You saw the numbers there, almost 7 runs per ball game. But the Diamondbacks, good news. Last time out, they got 10 against the Giants. The previous 4 ball games, they'd only scored 10 runs.
I think one big reason for that output on Sunday was the emergence of Justin Upton and the power that we've been waiting for all year. For him to go back-to-back games with going long ball, that's something we'd like to see a little more of.
So Upton, Kennedy, and the Diamondbacks going to take on the Padres here tonight. We mentioned it as Roberto Clemente Day across baseball. When we come back, Brad Steinke will take a look at the Diamondbacks nominee, Willie Bloomquist. D-backs, Padres, coming right up. Powered by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. AAA, there when you need us most.
After an off day, the Arizona Diamondbacks back to work tonight. The start of a 3-game series against the suddenly resurgent San Diego Padres. The roof and panels at Chase Field are wide open. Welcome back to the show. Brad Steinke here outside the D-backs dugout. It is Roberto Clemente Day all across Major League Baseball. And while infielder Willie Bloomquist hasn't been doing a whole lot on the field recently, that doesn't mean that he has not been incredibly active all season long away from the field. He is the Diamondbacks nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award presented by Chevrolet. He and his wife Lisa doing some incredible things, teaming up with the Phoenix Children's Hospital. They bring a child who is suffering through an illness to the ballpark. Every homestand, they give them all kinds of great treats and help them out during their tough stay. And so, by the way, fans, a reminder, you can go to MLB.com/Clemente Award to vote for Willie Bloomquist. Voting lasts until October 14th. Certainly an honor well deserved. By the way, D-backs hitting coach Don Baylor won that award back in 1985, honoring the late, great Roberto Clemente. Well, it is the final time facing the red-hot San Diego Padres. The D-backs have dropped 8 of their last 9 to the Padres. It's Greg and Joe back with a call in just a bit.
Series of this homestand. That started with the Dodgers. They won those games. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Giants. Now they've got some catching up to do to this Padre ball club, as the Padres have really kind of manhandled the Diamondbacks this year under Bud Black's tutelage. His 6th year as a Padres skipper. Let's take a look at his lineup tonight. And it goes like this. Everett Cabrera leading off. Logan Forsythe, Chase Headley, YASMANI, GRANDAL bats cleanup, followed by Yonder Alonso, Chris Denorfia, Well, Venable Jesus Guzman playing left field, batting 8th, and Eric Stoltz. Pretty good hitting pitcher. Diamondbacks found that out. He'll be the number 9 hitter. Our Arizona Ford starting pitcher for tonight, Joe Borowski, is one Ian Kennedy.
And he's looking to work off of a superb start his last time against the Dodgers. 7 third innings. Just dominant baseball. Let's see if he goes about the same approach as he did last time, mixing in those breaking balls.
We're underway. Ball one out side and high here to Everett Cabrera. We're playing with the roof and the panels open tonight. That's always good news. Cabrera's switch hitter, and he skies this one to center. Oh, the run out there is Young, and he will track it down. Good to see CY back out there in center. And he gave that one a long run. And he tracked down the deep fly ball off the bat of Cabrera to start the ball game. Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defense. Eaton's going to switch over and play left tonight with Young in center. And then Upton in right. Johnson, McDonald, Hill, and Goldschmidt third to first around the infield. And Miguel Montero is catching Ian Kennedy. And Chris Young is hurt out in center field. And that's not good. He is running toward the dugout. And Gerardo Parra will have to come in immediately. Let's see if we can see what we pick up here. It looked like he might have. It looked like that.
It's like that right leg.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're right, Joe. That's too bad. He just got back in there and asked to leave, and you can see the grimace. So, kind of a little hitch in his giddy up right there.
You can see him start limping right there, and then he mouths the words, "I'm out."
Well, it's been that kind of a year for CY, and you hate to see it. He's leaving here now. And Eaton now moves from left field to center field, and Parra goes into left field. Well, you don't see that very. I cannot recall seeing that happen. First batter of a ball game.
Yeah, and he did a great job of getting back on that ball. That ball was hit well into left center. And right at the end, it looked like he started pulling up on it.
So that means that Parra goes into the sixth spot of the batting order. He is in left now, and Eaton plays in center field. So an out to start the ball game, but an injury. And this is Logan Forsythe, who's got some really good numbers against the D-backs in 2012. Gets this one foul past third base. This Padre ball club has been playing some great baseball, not only against the Diamondbacks, but against the rest of the National League. And they're trying to catch the Diamondbacks in the division. They start tonight only 2.5 games behind Arizona, third place. Padres currently in fourth.
Padres club has really stepped it up since the All-Star break. You have a lot of guys, Greg, who are playing for next year now. They're auditioning to try and make this ball club next year.
Kennedy will miss a little bit low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're having a career year out of Chase Headley, who is their on-deck hitter. Well, they've gotten a lot of production out of the 2 kids hitting 4th and 5th, GRANDAL and Alonso. Well, they got the makings of something going on right now in San Diego.
And Chase Headley was the topic of many trade rumors coming across the trade deadline, and Padres did not pull the trigger on any of them.
He has had a career year. The Diamondbacks are open to face him with the bases empty in this first inning. That's up to Kennedy against Forsythe with 1 out. And a foul out of play. Pretty good location on that pitch. Forsythe did a good job of fouling it out. Let's go to our key to the game. What is it?
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Well, Greg, I'm looking to see if Ian can mirror his last outing against the Dodgers. Meaning, I thought he did a fantastic job of adjusting his game plan, working in his breaking balls early in the game. And that's something, Greg, we haven't grown accustomed to seeing from Ian. He likes to establish the fastball through the first few innings and then start mixing in his breaking balls. I thought right from the start he started using his curveball and his changeup, and he had the Dodger hitters off balance the entire game.
Yeah, if you've talked to Ian over the last couple of years, that's the one thing he always talks about, establishing that fastball early in the ball game. But as you said last time up, he had command early and often and had a lot of success with it. Now, he just gave up a broken bat bleeder to center field for a base hit to Forsythe to get the guy we were talking about to the plate, Chase Headley. Headley's got 4 home runs against the D-backs this year and 14 driven in. On the year, 28 home runs, 104 runs batted in. Now, he has had a big year, and look at his second half. Second half, we talk about, that's after the All-Star break. 62 RBIs first, home runs first.
That's some year totals right there for some guys in this league for the entire season.
Now Kennedy's falling behind him now, 3-0. The average at a respectable 284.
Ian's being extremely careful with him. He knows this is the one guy who has the real power on this team. He wants to make sure he doesn't leave something out over the plate.
Doug Eddings called that a strike, 3-1. Padres 10 games below 500 on the road. But again, 6-0 here at Chase Field this year. Swing and a miss. And to Chase, 3-2 now.
Real good changeup there on 3-1. Ian does a great job. His arm speed on that is just fantastic. His changeup, when it's got that good downward tilt, is really difficult to pick up.
Padres like to run. They've stolen 134. Forsythe at first base has swiped 8. Let's see if he's going on 3-2 with 1 out. He is not going, and the pitch is outside, ball 4. And Kennedy in an early jam here with 2 on and 1 out. Now the numbers 10-5. San Diego has already won the season series. Those numbers tell you the story right there.
Yeah, when you have a 3.22 ERA and you're scoring 5 runs a game, that's going to lead to a 10-5 record. And the Padres, after the Diamondbacks have dominated them so much last year and the early part of this year, the Padres have really turned it around on the Diamondbacks.
Here's GRANDAL now, their good-looking young catcher, switch hitter, and he takes a strike. 277 average. High on base percentage. He did not come up for good until June 30th. And so you can put together a couple of months and a little bit, about 2.5 months. This is 48th ball game. He's going to be around for a long time, it would appear. YASMANI GRANDAL. And he's a switch hitting catcher. Kennedy bluffs to second. Padres game, the outside of Headley, who's with Quentin out of the lineup. He's their home run hitter. They manufacture runs, they hit and run, they steal bases, ground ball off Kennedy, scrambles for it, and he will not get anybody out. And a good play there by GOLDSCHMIDT to prevent a wild throw, and the bases are loaded.
You see right here, Greg, he throws a great changeup, gets a dribbler back to him, but he's not in good fielding position. He has to reach back across his body. In hindsight, he's probably better off letting that go. You're probably going to get the 1 out at first, but it ricochets off him. He's not able to get the guy out at first. Now he's in trouble with bases loaded and 1 out.
Well, now's when he really needs a double play ball or a pop-up or a strikeout. Forsythe on at third with a base hit. Headley with a walk at second, and the runner at first base with an infield hit is GRANDAL. And here's Alonso. And he's swinging a foul. Well, this ball club this year playing with a lot of confidence against the Diamondbacks, and you have to be thinking if they get a run or two here, that confidence is just going to go even more high with Eric Stoltz going to the mound.
And Kennedy's job right here, he's going to try and limit the damage. He can live with giving up 1 run right here, but you want to avoid the big inning right here.
Infield playing back, double play depth early in the ball game. Kennedy got the first stop, but it was an injury to Chris Young. He had to leave the ball game. Since it's been hit, walk, hit. And now he's falling behind 2 balls and a strike.
And you see Ian's really struggling with getting that ball over the plate. He's leaving it up and out, not only on his fastball, but on his changeup as well. He's just not getting a good extension getting over his front knee.
Kennedy's 30th start of the season here tonight. And a foul out of play, and the count runs to 2-2. More trouble brewing on deck, too. A Diamondback. I'm trying to think of the right terminology for Chris Denorfia. Basher. He is batting 6 in the order tonight. Fly ball, left field. Parr getting set. I don't know if it's deep enough. There's a catch. There's a tag. Here comes a throw to the plate. We've got to play. He is safe. Montero can't believe it. Kennedy can't believe it. Nobody out of the dugout to argue with Doug Eddings. But safe was the call. And it's 1-0 San Diego. Well, I think the throw on him beat, Joe.
You see right here, Parra lined it up perfectly on the fly. I think the umpire is saying that he got around it. You see Miguel didn't really get out there and get him. He let him come through the plate more. He made the right call right there.
I think
he did slide under that tag.
There's the foot on the plate. So 1-0 San Diego. It looked like Miggy had time to get him, but the tag was up high, and Forsythe, who came in on the fair part, was able to avoid the tag low, and he got that foot in.
Yeah, as you see, Miguel had to reach out to his left, and he couldn't quite bring that glove back to the sliding runner.
Both Kennedy and Montero protested, but to no avail. Count is 1-1 now on Denorfia. The other runners stayed. So Alonso gets a sac fly, and the Padres get a run. Ground ball chop foul at the plate, and that got Denorfia. Well, another strong throw by a Diamondback outfielder. They've had some throws this year. I mean, that was a Parr did everything on his part.
If there's anyone in the outfield you want that ball hit to right there, it's Gerardo Parra. He did a great job. He lined himself up. He got underneath the ball and threw a strike right to Miguel.
Forsythe just beat it. 1-2 now, the count on Denorfia. Into the dirt. Kennedy has had a long first inning. He's up close to 30 pitches already. We told you about Chris Denorfia and his hitting against the Diamondbacks this year. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, you don't want to see this guy coming on with runners on base, but Ian's got to find a way to get through this inning right here with only the 1 run.
The ball was scalded but foul down into the left field corner.
You see how way out in front he was on that fastball in. You're setting him up for something soft away. See if Ian tries to throw a breaking ball soft away right here.
So it's a big pitch count inning for Ian Kennedy. Meaning he's going to need some quick innings as this game progresses to stay in long. Ground ball right back to him. And he tossed the first, and that will retire the side. But the Padres get a run. Thanks to Logan Forsythe's slide that would have averted the tag by Montero at the plate. Diamondbacks as we go to the bottom of the first inning. And Kennedy walked, a couple of hits, sacrifice fly, got the run in. Let's take a look at the Mazda starting lineup for the D-backs tonight. Eaton, Hill, and Upton, Goldschmidt, Montero. Parr now is in for Young in the sixth spot. Johnson, McDonald, and Kennedy. When we get word on Chris Young, we'll pass it along too. He had to lead the ball game. First play of the game. Eric Stoltz. This guy's been pretty good for the Padres, hasn't he?
He's been real good for the Padres. 5-0 in his last 7 starts, Greg. And he had a masterful outing against the Diamondbacks last time. 7 innings, no runs.
And Adam Eaton takes the ball down low.
And he's not going to blow you away with velocity, Greg. What he does is he commands his fastball and his breaker ball, but he commands it down in the zone. He's able to move it in and out, but he keeps it on the lower half of the zone.
He had a terrific month of August. As Eaton takes ball 2 outside, he was 4-0 with a 2.02 ERA. 35 innings over 7 games, 5 of those starts. Padres picked him up off waivers from the White Sox back in mid-May. This is his 4th big league team. There's the strike. Now we've seen these defenses. Padres are playing the middle infielders back. That's a little bit high ball, 3-3-1. They're not playing their first baseman in Alonso as much as we've seen others. And Headley is still on the dirt, so not a real tight defense against Eaton. And he walked. Since the 9th walk he's drawn to go along with 11 hits. So he's been on base 20 times since coming up from the minor leagues, and a good start to the night for the D-backs.
Eaton does a great job of working the count. He gives the other hitters a good chance to see what the pitcher's featuring that night.
Every time a Diamondback player hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. And Aaron is here in 2012. He's closing in on 70 runs bad, and he's got 69. He'll foul it back. Stoltz last time out got the win against the Cardinals in San Diego. 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, struck out 5. Padres won that game 11-3. He had a lot of run support.
It's always nice to pitch when you got some run support, that's for sure.
Hill, a little pop fly back and out of play again. We talked about the Padres. Their road record, they're 10 below 500, but since June 30th, they're 4 games over 500 on the road. They've gone 19-15 after they started 12-26, so they've really turned it around away from San Diego. They score better than a run more per ball game on the road. Hill takes a ball just a little bit in on him. Now they've had 13 more home runs on the road, which you would expect. Petco, not a big home run friendly ballpark.
Great place to pitch, not a great place to hit, that's for sure.
I'll throw over and Eaton will get back in. Stoltz has had 5 starts on the road this year, and he's got an ERA of 1.86. Well, he mastered the Diamondbacks here at Chase Field last time in August. Hill fouls one back again. You're right, he's not a real hard thrower.
He relies on command, Greg. He's got to be able to change speeds. He's got to work ahead. He's got to keep the ball down. He's got to move it in and out, up and down in order for him to be successful. He doesn't get away with mistakes that harder throwers do. When he misses over the plate is when he's going to get hurt.
He walked Eaton to lead things off. And he strikes Hill out here swinging. A walk and a strikeout. First two batters into the night.
You see right here, Greg, he turns this ball over, throws a nice changeup on the outer half. Aaron Hill way out in front of it.
Now Upton to the plate. Joe made mention in our open tonight that Justin has homered in consecutive games, first time all year. Now the first time since he homered in 3 straight back in September of 2011. He's had 5 hits on this homestand, but has driven in 6. And that's the kind of production the Diamondbacks have been hoping for all year long, but just hasn't quite been there. Not the extra base hits that Justin had last year, not the home runs. 88 runs batted in a year ago. He's at 62 right now.
And you wonder if it was their early season injury that led to that. The Diamondbacks just aren't sure what contributed to the power surge that he hasn't had this year. But you see right here, he just did a great job of getting full extension on that. They tried to come on in the inner half, and he made them pay right there. But that's the kind of power that we've grown accustomed to seeing from him, and the Diamondbacks have sorely missed.
And he just missed another home run in his first at bat in that ballgame Sunday. One off the overhang in center. There goes the runner. Eaton. The pitch is a ball to throw down, and he's got a stolen base, his second. So the Diamondbacks, who have not done well in the stolen base percentage this year, get one here from Adam Eaton.
And you see Eaton going right there on first move.
Never looked back, did he?
No, he was hoping that with an 0-2 count he might get a breaking ball in the dirt, be a good pitch to steal on. He threw a fastball in, but it was down. He got a great jump off Stoltz.
He's in scoring position now. The count 1-2 on Upton. 2-2. Upton, even though we talk about Joe, he has not had the numbers that he did last year. He still has that respect from the pitcher.
Oh, sure.
You're not just going to throw the ball in there. And
when you prove you can hit in this league, you will get that respect from pitchers. And he has definitely earned it from what he's done in the past.
He took a called third strike there, and he knew it. So Stoltz now has come back with back-to-back strikeouts after a walk.
And you could see how Stoltz is working these hitters. He's going soft away. He's coming hard in. After a changeup away for ball 2, he comes and frees him with a fastball right on the inside corner. And that's what he has to do in order to be successful.
Now he's got Goldschmidt up there. Paul was only 2 for 12 against the Giants in the series. 4 for 17 on this homestand. Gets ahead of him with strike 1. Tying run at second here. Diamondbacks see if they can get this game even in the first. Goldschmidt hasn't homered in quite a while now. In fact, his last home run was back on August 16th at St. Louis against Jason Mott 90 at bats ago. He's hit 18 on the year.
And you see Goldie likes facing left-handed pitches, and right there he just ropes that ball in the right center gap.
And he gets the game tied as Eaton scores. RBI number 71 for Paul Goldschmidt. The Diamondbacks have tied the Padres here 1-1. Well, they've already done more tonight in the first inning than they did against Stoltz his last start. They've gotten a run off of it.
And you see his approach right here. He goes with the breaking ball, stays on the outer half, and he goes with it. Just a great job of hitting, not trying to pull that ball, but going with it.
That stolen base paid off. Schmidt drives in. Eaton. And this game is knotted. Here's Montero now, who has reached base in 13 of the last 18 plate appearances. Montero on the season hitting .255 against left-handers, but Here in September, he's hit .478 with 7 runs batted in.
Yeah, he's been really ripping the ball, especially against left-handers. Seeing the ball real well coming out of their hands. Not trying to do too much, Greg.
And that's key for him. A lot of times he gets in that mode where he wants to swing hard.
Yeah, and especially when you're a pitcher and you see hitters approaching you like that, that's the kind of swings you want to see from them, because you know there's a lot of stuff you can do to them.
Pretty impressive right there, especially with the 9 walks. Montero's walk total now is nearing 70 on the year. He's at 68.
See Stoltz paying a lot of attention to Goldschmidt. He knows that Goldschmidt is not afraid to steal. He's trying to keep him at first here with 2 outs. Don't let him get into scoring position.
Goldie is 16 for 19 this year in that stolen base category. Another strike. 0-2 on Miggy. In this ball game tonight, we have 2 of the top 10 in base on balls. Headley is 4th in the National League with 75 walks. Montero is 6th with 68. Well, the walk that Stoltz gave up this inning has scored. And Montero ropes one to right. That's a hit. Denarfi over to cut it off, gets by it. Goldsmith turns third. He's being waved home. Here's a throw to the plate. We've got a play. Safe. Montero drives in the run to make it 2-1. Goldie can motor.
Oh, yeah, and being with 2 outs, he's off on the hit. But what a great piece of hitting right there by Montero. He does a great job of staying back on this nasty curveball, drives it into the right field corner, and a nice fortuitous bounce right there for the Diamondbacks. Goldie's able to get in, slide underneath the tag. Just a great piece of hitting and a great piece of base running right there.
That throws up a little bit. Could have been down. We might have had a little closer play. So Montero drives in run number 83, and the Diamondbacks have grabbed the lead here for Ian Kennedy. And that run coming with 2 men out. It's big.
And we all know how important it is to be able to score runs with 2 outs. It's a backbreaker to the other team. When you're able to go out there and score when there's 2 outs, it just seems like a momentum shift for your team, demoralizing for the opponent.
The Diamondbacks have done that twice now. They hit by Goldschmidt, driving in Eaton with 2 outs, and then Montero's double, driving home Goldschmidt.
Greg, I really like the approach that the Diamondback hitters have against Stoltz this time around. I think they've learned a little bit of what he did against them last time. I'm sure they watched a ton of video on how they attacked him, and they're putting together some really good at-bats.
Montero fouls one back. Now it's up to Stoltz to make the adjustment.
Sure. It's a never-ending chess match out there. It's a game of adjustments. It's how quickly you're able to adjust pitch to pitch, batter to batter, that makes you either stay in this game or have a very quick exit.
Parr did not start this ball game. Chris Young on the first play tracked down a deep fly ball to left center and injured himself somehow, some way, and had to leave, and Parr came in. Eaton, who had started in left field, shifted to center. So Parr is in Young's spot in the batting order, hitting 6, facing the lefty, and he takes the ball outside. A lot of times you'll see a player who's not scheduled to play will be forced into a ball game like this and have a pretty good night, just not expecting to play, all loose.
And you're usually tested right away too, Greg,
yes,
like he was with the sacrifice fly to left field.
And he made a heck of a throw to the plate. Forsythe, though, beat the tag. Swing and a miss, and Parr down on strikes. Well, interesting inning for Stoltz. He strikes out the side, but he gives up 2, and he gives up the lead. Goldschmidt got the first one in. Montero the second after 1, 2-1 defense. 2-1. We head to the second. We won't be back to Chase Field where the D-backs Padres play in the first of 3 here. And fun times. Yep, I have them out there at the RamTrucks.tv pool. The little guy just got out of the pool, getting toweled off. I'm sure he'll be heading back in. Little kids in water, boy, they love to get in there, don't they?
Oh, for sure. Doesn't matter whether it's at the ballpark, whether it's in your backyard.
Got his sippy cup, going to take a little drink, go back, right back in, and make some more waves. Gotta love to see the kids at the ballpark. Outside and high ball 1 here to Will Venable for me and Kennedy, who got a reprieve here. Diamondbacks got him a couple of runs in a lead.
Yeah, anytime you give up a run in a, you're very grateful for your teammates coming back there and giving you a 2-spot.
Wow, he turned that ball to Venable. He would foul the upper deck.
That's all right, Greg. That's just a long foul ball.
It was impressive, though.
You get yourself set up, and you got to execute this pitch right here.
That might have been a ploy there by Kennedy.
I'm thinking Kennedy's thinking right here. Well, let's see. He was that far out in front. Maybe I should stay out of the inner half.
One away, and he hit that ball a long way, but fouled down the left field line. 1-2 now. Venable 257 average, 23 doubles, 8 triples, 9 home runs. And he can run. He swiped 22 bases. That's going to get out of play.
See there, Miggy wanted that ball up. He missed on the inner half again. But by missing right there and getting it off the plate enough, Greg, he did set him up for something soft away if he so chooses to go that route. See right here, Miggy setting up, wants it up. He misses inside. Fortunately for him, it was off the plate enough.
Got it.
Just
First
a great
strikeout.
job. Great job of pitching right there by Kennedy. He comes with the fastball up and in, and it set him up because he sped up his bat, Greg. It set him up for the soft stuff away, and he comes with a nasty changeup right there on the outer half.
So the sink there at the end, too, and Venable becomes Kennedy's first strikeout victim of this ball game. Here's Jesus Guzman, who's batting 8th in the order tonight, playing left field. We normally see him against left-handers, but in there tonight. Nice pitch for strike 1. Kennedy could use a quick inning. He threw 30 pitches in the first. Stoltz threw 25 in the first inning. It was a long first inning. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
You see Ian's really starting to get a good feel for that changeup right now, being able to throw for a strike, being able to throw it down in the dirt when need be.
Sometimes it takes you an inning.
Sure.
Maybe 20 plus pitches.
But that's the thing, Greg, is he started throwing it in the first inning, so now he has that feel for it. So later on in the game, it'll be there instead of trying to search for it in the 3rd, 4th inning when you really need it.
He's ahead of Guzman 1-2. He wasted that pitch. Didn't want to waste that one, but it missed outside 2-2.
Yeah, you see him pull it across his body a little bit too much, making sure he didn't want to come back over the plate right there and make a mistake.
Good foul. Now, Ian obviously not having near the year he had last year when he went 21-4, 2.88 ERA, 150 sub, runners in scoring position. But if he could win his last 3 starts, he'd still be a 16-game winner this year.
Which is no easy task, Greg. It is very, very difficult to win 20 games in the big leagues. If you could follow that up with a 16 win total, that would be very impressive.
Guzman, a soft single into center field with 1 out for the Padres' 3rd hit of the night. And that gets Eric Stoltz to the plate. Diamondbacks learned firsthand last time they faced this guy. He can hit the ball. Comes in with a batting average of .304 this year. He's got 7 hits, 3 runs batted in.
If you want to be able to last deep into games as a pitcher, help yourself out with the bat. And he's done a great job of doing that for himself this year.
He drove in all 3 of his runs against the Diamondbacks in that August 24th game with a 2-run single in the second inning and an RBI double in the 4th. Those guys have been handling the bat a little bit of late. Patrick Corbin on the right there had 4 RBIs on Sunday. There's a bunt fielded by Johnson, and he throws to first. And look at Montero hustling down that third base line to guard third base there. Miggy came out from behind the plate when that ball was bunted, yelled at Johnson to throw it to first, and watch him sprint to third base.
You got to remember, with the third baseman fielding that bunt, he's vacating it. He's got to hustle down to third in case that runner does decide to go there. We've seen it a lot of times in replays on other games, Greg, where nobody covers and that quick thinking base runner will round second and slide into third.
And great work there you saw by the cameras following Miggy right down that line. So the sacrifice puts that runner in scoring position. Tying run now, and Kennedy needs to get Everett Cabrera. Cabrera hit the ball in the first inning to left center that Young tracked down and then injured himself and had to leave the ball game. Strike one. There's that play, Joe.
Yeah, you see the great jump that Young has on this ball, but you see him pull up right there and you see him start hobbling. Looks like he injures his right leg, and then he mouths the words, "I'm out." He knew right away. Tough break for CY.
He had not been in a ball, or had not started a ball game since September 3rd. Got in tonight, and the injury bug got him again. 1-1 on Cabrera.
And this is the batter that Kennedy wants to get. He doesn't want to have to fake Logan Forsythe in this situation. Forsythe came into the game hitting .417 against the Diamondbacks this year, hitting .412 in September. So this is the batter right here that Kennedy wants to get.
Three and one. He and one walk in the first inning. Now this has become a 17-pitch inning. He's at 47 pitches, an inning and 2/3 into this ball game. Just blew it by him. 3-2 now on Everett Cabrera.
That's what you'd like to see a little bit more, Greg, is just working to the halves of the plate instead of trying to make that perfect pitch on the outside corner or inside corner. Throw it to the halves or thirds of the plate. Try and get that pitch count down. Make them put it in play.
Lofted in the air to left. Parr settles under it. He's got it. Kennedy pitches around a single and a sacrifice bunt. Padres lead the tying run in scoring position. 2-1 D-backs. Game brought to you by Miller Lite. Bottom of the second inning now, 2-1 Diamondbacks. All the scoring in the first inning. Joe Borowski alongside tonight. Going to have Joe in the booth with us. Maybe a little good luck here. Chris Johnson takes a strike.
I don't know if I could take the credit for that, Greg.
Well, we're always looking to pass it out. Johnson hitting .276 overall. He's at 14 home runs, 6 of those with Arizona. He hits this one off the end of the bat. Goes out to Forsythe. Throws him out, one away. So Johnson had to hit a home run here in his new ballpark, Chase Field. He's hit all 6 of his home runs as a Diamondback on the road. And not easy ballparks to hit him in, but that's how this crazy game can go sometimes.
He set the expectations very high when he first came to the Diamondbacks, and has had a little bit of trouble living up to that after that amazing road trip he had after he joined the Diamondbacks.
5 home runs in 8 games. This John McDonald's playing a lot of short these days. Strike. Willie Bloomquist, who is the Diamondbacks nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award. This is Roberto Clemente Day across baseball. Willie said the back's getting a little bit better, but baseball activities have kind of been cut for him at the moment. He's trying to get back before the season ends. And as he said, he's frustrated with it. He's a guy that the Diamondbacks have sorely missed. Absolutely. And anytime you injure your back, it's a very difficult injury to come back from. There's a line drive base hit by Johnny Mack into right field here. And now he's been getting a lot of playing time at short these days. Well, similar situation now. The Padres had in their half of the second inning. A 1-out hit by the number 8 hitter. And now Kennedy will be trying to bunt this man over, as did Stoltz successfully for the Padres. And Ian this year has 7 sacrifice bunts. Takes a strike. Kennedy, one of 2 Diamondback pitchers to clear the bases with a 3-run triple this year. He did it earlier in the season, and Patrick Corbin did it on Sunday. There's a bunt, beautifully laid down. Alonso picks it up, fires to Forsythe covering. Perfect sacrifice right there by Kennedy. Take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Stoltz Kennedy here early tonight. Not much difference. Kennedy 91, Stoltz 89. Now the D-backs, Joe, try and get what the Padres couldn't get, that 2-out hit. The Diamondbacks had 2 2-out hits in the first inning. Trying to make it a recurring theme tonight. Both runs in the first, 2 outs. Try to duplicate that here in the second inning. Eaton is still looking for that first run batted in. Playing in his 11th game. He's had 40 at bats. That'll be a good time to get it. Scored a run. He really did a fantastic job on that road trip when he first came up, Greg. But what we've seen a lot from him here at Chase is he's lifting the ball to left field. I'd like to see him hit that ball on the ground. Use that speed. Try and hit the line drives back up the middle. Hit the ball on the ground. And Gibby talked about that a little bit pregame tonight when he was talking about these pitchers know the speed. And they're getting the ball up in the zone more for Eaton. Not keeping that ball down where he or maybe hit the ground ball. Trying to get him to chase, and he said he needs to lay off some of those high pitches that he's been swinging at. And that's the toughest part for a hitter, Greg, is when you see that fastball coming in and it's belt high, your eyes get huge. But most times what you do with that is the result that he's been getting. You get flyouts. He dribbles that one foul. He is getting the walks. His walk tonight was his 9th. There's no doubt that he works the count very well. And he didn't do that when he first came up. He was kind of swinging early on, but he's really learned Maybe he's going to be in that leadoff spot.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter, is for someone to work the count.
Let's go down to Brad Stanky here, Brad.
Well, just to further that topic right there, Kirk Gibson obviously talking about he loves having Adam Eaton in the leadoff role. He started out 10 for 25, but since then, as you mentioned, the pitchers have really figured him out. They want to keep him on the ground, but he loves what he's doing on the base pass. The other night, he stole third base, and Kirk Gibson said he's not going to really correct him or tell him to do anything a certain way just yet. Give him enough rope and let him find out how he adjusts at the major league level. I think that's what Gibby likes to see these guys when they come up from AAA, to see how they handle different situations. He's drilled right there by Stoltz. Moving on to first base now.
Thank you, Brad. And getting hit by a pitch for Adam Eaton is nothing new for him in his career. He'll take 15, 20 hit by pitches per year.
And that's very important with what Gibby said, is when you see a young kid that you haven't managed, you want to see what his game's all about. And that's what Gibby's doing. He's trying to find out what kid's game's all about, and then you make the proper adjustments after that.
So 2 on, 2 out here now for Aaron Hill. Hill struck out his first time up. Stoltz had an interesting first inning. He gave up the lead. Diamondbacks got 2 2-out hits, but he struck out the side, and Hill was one of those strikeouts. Hill has had problems so far against Stoltz in this ballgame.
Yeah, Aaron's having a little bit of trouble staying back. Stoltz is doing a good job of throwing off-speed pitches early, late, not really setting up any specific pattern to Hill.
Ball runs in. One of the advantages the Diamondbacks have in playing home games is they've got a machine, the curveball machine, that they can bring out.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have guys like Stoltz pitching, and they did that today. You don't have that luxury when you're on the road.
No,
so.
And I don't think any teams are going to be allowing you to use theirs.
No. Bring it with you. Yeah, way down the plane. There's a foul out of play. Anytime the D-backs score 6 or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. 1-2 now on Hill. 2 on and 2 out. Everything is away, and Aaron just trying to fight him off, foul him back. See the smile on his face. He knows exactly what Stoltz is doing, and he's just having a difficult time.
Stoltz is throwing soft away, hard in. Don't be surprised that if he comes with a fastball in the inner half right here, or repeats and doubles up with another changeup away.
He got Upton on that
setting
ball
up in, fastball in,
and it's popped up. HEADLEY finally gets to it, makes the catch to retire the side. Diamondbacks get a hit and a hit by pitch. They'll leave a pair, but they still lead it. On Miller Lite, visit local retailers. Text road trip to the Miller Taste Team at 620-620 for your chance to win one of 300 division rival flyaway trips this summer. Kennedy back to work. In 49 pitches through 2 innings. He needs a quick inning here, Joe Borowski.
And you see him use his curveball right there to lead off the 3rd inning, something we haven't seen yet tonight. Strike 1.
Logan Forsythe is turning into Chris DeNorpia these days against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Actually, he's hitting well against a lot of teams, and his average up to 300. Had a hit and scored the Padres run in the 1st. Sends this one to right. Up and back. He's going to get it, though. Right in front of the fence out there. 1 down. He gave that ball a ride the other way. Long way to hit a ball by a right-handed hitter.
Good thing for Ian, he had that ball just enough off the plate where he didn't get it with the barrel of the bat, just off the end of the bat.
Chase Headley walked his first time up. Good fastball by Ian.
Ian's really looking for a quick inning right here, Greg. He needs to keep that pitch total down.
We almost got him to chase. He laid off. Yeah, 30 pitches in the 1st inning for Kennedy, 19 more in the 2nd. And let's face it, everybody watches a pitch count these days.
Real nice changeup right here by Kennedy. Catches the outside corner.
2-2 now. Padres at the moment have evened their win total of last year. They went 79 and 91. Ground ball over to get it is Hill. Nice play going to his left. Throws to Goldschmidt. 2 quick outs for Kennedy. In this 3rd inning, we go to our AT&T trivia question. You're responsible for answering these, Joe.
Oh, boy.
4 pitchers in MLB history to record their first 200-plus strikeout season after their 37th birthday. Well, that must be a clue right there. Maybe, maybe not. We just know he's old, right?
Well, that's my first guess right there, then. Candy.
Are you going to get a buzzer? Or a
Candy
ding? Oh, you got a buzz.
They set me up right there.
1 ball, no strikes. Candy probably knew he wasn't the answer there. Down low. How about Nagy? That wasn't an answer.
Yeah.
How about the skipper in the Padre dugout? Red Black. We're just full of getting buzzed here.
Yeah, tonight. It's not as easy as you would think.
Foul back. I don't think it was him. Or him. Is that guy an Astros fan? Just miss. Weather is obviously pelting the East Coast because Dodgers, Washington, Philadelphia, the Mets, Toronto, and the Yankees all postponed because of rain. So they all have double headers coming up.
Yeah.
Strike call, and a nice inning for Kennedy, who breaches GRANDAL and strikes him out. 2nd strikeout of the night. 1-2-3 go the Padres. 2 on defense. part by Gila River. Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. D-back fans, the 2013 schedule's been released and season ticket packages are now available for purchase. Become a season ticket holder today and enjoy all the benefits, including exclusive player access, early entry into Chase Field to watch batting practice, the opportunity to exchange unused tickets, and the priority to purchase tickets to the 2013 World Baseball Classic. Become a ticket holder, season ticket holder, by calling 602-462-4600 or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. Bottom of the third now. Justin Upton, a strikeout victim, his first time up at the plate against Eric Stoltz, who's given up 3 hits, 2 runs. 0-2. Upton followed by Goldschmidt and Montero this inning. If anybody gets on, Parra. All the scoring in the first inning. Justin struck out on a pitch caught the inside corner last time up. Took it.
And Stoltz has been sticking with that pattern. Soft away, hard in. Tries again with that changeup just off the corner.
It's exactly the pattern he had first time. He got ahead 0-2, ran to 2-2, and then came in and got it.
With the fastball in. See if he's thinking the same way or if Justin's also thinking that way. Set it up for it.
Justin had a rip, fouled it.
Just missed that one. He had it. He was looking for it, and he just missed that pitch.
Now let's see if he goes back away.
I'd be curious to see if he doubles up with that fastball in. But after that swing, I would not say. I would say he might not do that again. He might go with something soft away.
Randall's going away, and a drive hit pretty deep. Back on it though, and in front of the wall out there in center field, in front of the pool, to make the grab is Venable one down. It is a long way, but out.
And you see right there, he tries to sneak a fastball away on him. Justin puts a good swing on it, gets under it just enough where it doesn't quite carry enough.
Here's Goldschmidt now. Drove in the run with 2 men out in the first inning. First of 2 driven in. Goldie now has 71 runs batted in the year. Still looking for that 40th double. That's a pretty elusive club you get into that group.
Yeah, Goldie's done a great job this year. Going the other way, we saw him do that in the first inning, Greg, on a breaking ball away. Didn't try to do too much with it. Didn't try to pull it. He stayed on it. Drove it into the right center gap for the first run for the Diamondbacks tonight.
Follows it away.
You see right here, Greg, just does a great job of staying back on that, not getting on his front foot, doesn't try to do too much, delivers it into the outfield and picks up a huge 2-out RBI.
He's had a big year, his first full year in the major leagues. I'll take it low. You know, for these youngsters like Eaton and the kid pitchers, Corbin, Skaggs, Wheeler up here, Elmore. The big thing about the major leagues, you play that extra month.
Oh yeah.
And obviously postseason comes into play, and it was really in play for the Diamondbacks this year, and we'll have a little bit more on Reno's game tonight. But that's extra time, extra games, extra at-bats, extra innings pitched, extra pitches thrown. Sure. And Goldschmidt got a little taste of that last year after he was called up in August, obviously. And the Diamondbacks got into the postseason, played through September. But he was charging out of the gates area when he came up on August 1st. And, now you're playing in game number 133 here tonight.
But the good thing about that also, and you don't want to go through where you're tiring towards the end of the year, but I think Goldie learned a little bit about himself last year with that, Greg, is he realized that he didn't have to try and pull everything. He started going the other way. He found out that, yes, I have just as much pop to right field as I do to left field. And I think that was a benefit to him coming into this year because it made him a better hitter.
The averages stayed very respectably between 280 and 300 almost this entire season after he started to pick things up. Remember, he really struggled through April. And about 2 weeks into May, then that green light came on and that light bulb above the head, and everything just seemed to take off from there. He's been very consistent. He walks here. That's his 54th walk of the year.
That's a real good piece of hitting right there, Greg. He battled, 9-pitch at bat, winds up drawing the walk.
Second walk given up by Stoltz. He's a running threat now. I think he's back to that interesting music again.
I still haven't figured out what it is yet.
Montero doubled home a run in the first inning. Goldschmidt, who was at first base with 2 men out. Got it by DeNorfield. And he pulls this one foul into the Padre dugout. And these dugouts are a lot more crowded these days with the rosters expanding. We saw that San Francisco bullpen. There wasn't enough room for all those guys.
I was just going to say, not only the bench, but the bullpens are also crowded.
Remember, they've got 9 players on the field right now. And that bench is that crowded. Miggy hits one into right center. And DeNorfield tracks it down. Made a bid. That ball down a little bit. That gets through, but he got it up just a little bit. Back to first, Goldschmidt, 2 down.
Left fielder,
Hey, I want to pass along a happy birthday. Diamondbacks Senior Director, Team Travel, and Home Clubhouse Manager Roger Riley, his wife Kimberly, celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Kimberly. That's another happy birthday. She's got the crown on. September, a big month for birthdays. Parr was not in the original lineup tonight. When Chris Young on the very first play of the ballgame injured himself and had to leave, Parr came in. He's batted once and has struck out. Into the dirt. Detroit beat Oakland earlier tonight by a score of 12-2, but the big story in that ball game was Max Scherzer had to leave after 2 innings with shoulder fatigue. And that's not good news.
Never a good thing
for the Tigers as they're trying to make the postseason.
And they're hoping that it is only fatigue and nothing more dangerous or anything that could be worse.
1-1 here on Parra.
See Stoltz right here. He is working those corners, and that's the key to his game, Greg. He needs to be able to hit the corners in and out, up and down in order to be successful, and he's been doing a great job of it.
3 hits for the Diamondbacks, 3 for the Padres. Outside he misses. Another night game here tomorrow night, and then a day game on Thursday. So if you have a ticket for Thursday's game, you're thinking it's 6:40, you'll miss it. Game will begin at 12:40 on Thursday, and then Diamondbacks go out on their final road trip of the year. Goldschmidt gets back. Diamondbacks have 1 stolen base tonight, Eaton in the first inning. Goldschmidt would love to try and get into scoring position here, but he's keeping an eye on Stoltz, who's keeping an eye on him. And a ground ball chopped to short. Burrow's got one play at first because Forsythe did not go to the bag. He gets him there, and that'll retire the side. No runs or walk, a man left after 3, 2 on D-base. One of the 16 interactive kiosks right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. I finally get to the 4th inning of this one. Another light club. They're having a little party, watching a little baseball out there tonight. Good place to come and have fun. Chase Field. Not a whole lot of home games remaining after this one tonight. See 8 of them. This is Yonder Alonso. And he scorches one to center for a base hit. Even over to play it. Alonso starts the 4th inning with the Padres' 4th hit off Ian Kennedy. Don't think the Diamondbacks know that the Padres have been running roughshod over them a little bit this year. Yeah.
They're well aware of
yeah.
it. And the Padres are well aware of it also, because when you start getting the team's number, you start getting that belief up and down throughout your lineup, pitching staff. Everyone starts believing that when you come here, you're going to win this series. And that's the belief the Padres have coming in.
Diamondbacks 137-120 all time against San Diego. But listen to the home numbers, and that includes 0-6 this year. 83-44 the Diamondbacks against the Padres in this ballpark. And that's It was 83. It was 83 and 37. Padres have won 7 straight going back to the final game of last year in this ballpark. Swing and a miss and a good change. Might even been the breaking ball there. 1-2.
See, these Padres hitters are really trying to attack Kennedy.
So the Padres closed within a game and a half of the D-backs. Rockies 30 games now below 500. Dribbler, Kennedy one play. Either Montero all the way up here. So you know Kennedy had to hear it. That's an out. Denorfia retired. Runner in scoring position with 1 down.
Kennedy just did a great job there against Denorfia. You see how Denorfia was out on his front foot that entire at bat. He just threw him changeup, changeup, changeup. Really did a great job of using his over aggressiveness against him. You see him jump out right there, can't stay back, tops that changeup into the dirt, and Kennedy's able to pounce on and throw him out at first.
Twice now he's got Denorfia on comebackers. Here's Will Venable, and he pops it up. Well, he was way out in front of that one.
Another changeup, Greg, right there. He's doing a really good job. You see how aggressive these Padre hitters are. They're really jumping out, trying to see if he's going with that fastball first pitch, because that's normally the pattern Ian does. Is usually fastball early in the count to get ahead. He's doing a great job of actually changing it up and pitching backwards.
Now Kennedy only 6 pitches this inning. You see the pitch totals have come down each inning, 30, 19, 14, now 6. They are going to walk GUZMAN intentionally to pitch to Stoltz. GUZMAN had a single in the second.
And you know, Gibby's not a big fan of this right here, Greg.
Was it 14, I believe, right?
And especially, Stoltz can handle the bat a little bit.
Yeah, this is the 15th intentional walk this season only, given up by the D-backs. And we mentioned Stoltz in that game, August 24th, had 3 runs batted in with 2 hits.
He can definitely handle the bat. So Ian's got to make sure he can't have a letdown right here. He's got to be just as aggressive going after Stoltz and treat him as if he's an everyday hitter right here.
Well, and if you're Kennedy, your manager's telling you, okay, put him on, but you have to get the pitcher.
Sure.
Stoltz laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Diamondbacks in the National League, fewest intentional walks. Milwaukee's second. They have given up 19 this year. Again, that was only the 15th given up by the D-backs. Gets him to chase the high fastball away. Strike 1.
Right there, you're saying thank you very much for chasing that pitch right there. Let me get ahead of you. Now I can use all pitches anywhere I would like.
And now he's ahead of him 0-2.
Real nice curveball right there. Jumps ahead 0-2. See if he's looking to freeze him here on this pitch or maybe get him to chase something.
Got him. And he strikes Stoltz out, gets out of it. The intentional walk paid off. And the Padres leave a pair. They've left 5. And the D-backs still have the lead. Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Valley Chevy. Who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or facebook.com/Valley Chevy. Jack in the Box. Get the All-American Jack combo at Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores. Valley Hyundai. Your Valley Hyundai dealers are online at valleyhyundaidealers.com. Make sure you have tickets for next weekend's home series with the Cubs. You can get a ticket to any of the 3 Cubs games for just $19 with the D-backs Pepsi Max Value Pack. That Value Pack includes a lower-level bleacher ticket, regular-size hot dog, 24-ounce Pepsi, and a free bottle of Pepsi Max, all for just $19. Call now 602-514-4400 or buy it online at dbacks.com/value. Hey, there's a hit by Chris Johnson to start the 4th inning on the first pitch by Eric Stoltz. A good start here. Number 7 hitter getting on base. John McDonald now had a base hit his first time up. 4 hits now for the D-backs, same total as the Padres have.
John McDonald did a really good piece of hitting his last time. I fell behind 0-2, got a fastball out and away, and was able to drive it in that hole.
Takes a strike. Kennedy, the pitcher, next. It's popped up to right field. Center goes over, makes a catch, 1 down. So now you're probably going to see a bunch situation with Kennedy with 1 out.
Yeah, he'll sacrifice him over to second, try and give Eaton a chance to drive him in with 2 outs.
And Ian laid down a bunt his first time back in the second, his 8th of the year. Ian trying to win his 14th game of the season tonight. The only team the Diamondbacks have remaining on their schedule that's above 500 is San Francisco. Now he's going to swing and he fouls it back, 1-1.
See Ian pull it back right there. The old butcher boy saw Headley charging hard in from third. Pull the bat back, try to slap it on the ground, find a big hole somewhere.
He's got 4 hits this year, 6 runs batted in, and how about this, 9 walks he's received.
He's got a good eye up at the plate, huh?
He bunts. Another successful one.
Another great job right there.
It took a nice grab there by Forsythe, the second baseman, to prevent a wild throw from Stoltz. That goes 1-4.
Kennedy gets the job done right there, puts the guy in scoring position.
A little different ball game. Obviously, in the National League, the American League use that DH, but if you're a pitcher, you're a starting pitcher especially, Joe, you can handle the bat a little bit, get your occasional hit, drive in a run, lay down some bunts. You'll have a chance to last longer for a manager.
Absolutely. You want to make it a difficult decision for that manager. Do you take him out? Or, well, he can handle the bat. He can bunt somebody over. Well, let's give him a little bit more time in the game. And that's how you wind up getting more wins or in during the season, because you're going deeper in games. You allow your team to come back if you're in a deficit or not.
Eden takes one low, ball 2. Eden's been on twice with a walk and a hit by pitch tonight. Chris Young is back on the bench. It's at least good to see. We'll get a report on Chris. We'll pass it along to you. He left after the first play, tracked down a drive into left center field and injured himself and had to leave the ball game. First batter of the ball game today. He just got back into the lineup.
Yeah, very unfortunate for CY right there.
Eden takes a strike.
Eaton's done a really good job of working Stoltz today. And these are the type of hitters that pitchers like Eric Stoltz hates. Yep. He wants the big guys who are going to go out there, overswing when he's throwing that soft changeup and that curveball. Pesky hitters like this drive pitchers like Stoltz crazy.
Yeah, he pulled off on that one. 2-2 now. Eden's on-base percentage, .420. With those 11 hits, the 9 walks, he's also been hit by a couple of pitches. But getting on base. And he chops this one. It's going to be a race. Stoltz gets over. The throw is just in time for the out to retire the side. No runs and they get a man left. We're through 4. Diamondbacks on top, 2-1.
and get home safe. With great beer comes great responsibility.
We go to the 5th inning. Ian Kennedy back to work. He's got the top of the order to deal with here. Cabrera, Forsythe, and Headley. He's given up 4 hits. He has struck out 3. A couple of walks, 1 intentional. And there's a bunt. Hill's going to have to be quick with it. The throw got him. Just a little underhand grab and pick up and throw for the out. 1 down.
And the only reason that Hill even has an opportunity on that is because he's playing in, trying to play against the bunt. He does a great job of charging. Bare hands it. Great flip to Goldie. He's out by a step.
A lot of times you'll see that second baseman come in, though, and maybe rush things, maybe not even get the handle.
Sure.
He made sure he got the handle first, and then the quick underhanded toss.
And with the leadoff hitter, you have to be playing in a little bit in order to even come close to making that play.
Kennedy loved the fact he got 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Forsythe, who was 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Last time up, he flied out to the fence in right field after getting a base hit and scoring the Padre run in the first inning. This guy has been a big lift to the Padres after he came off the DL. He hits this one down to third. Nice play by Johnson on the tricky hop. Throws him out. 2 down. Johnson's played pretty good third base since coming over from Houston.
Ian does a great job there against Forsythe's doubling up with the changeup. Gets him to roll it over to third base. Chris Johnson with the easy field and throw over to Goldie. Just a good job of pitching right there. Ian's really settled in nicely after those first 2 innings where he really racked up his pitch count.
Headley corks this one to right field. He jumped on the first one. That'd be a ground roll double. He didn't wait around. He swung at the first one. 27th double of the year for Chase Headley.
You see right there, Ian trying to jump ahead with the changeup right down the middle. But there's nobody on base. He'll take that right there. You know, as long as it doesn't go over the fence and bounces over the fence, Kennedy will be happy with that. But he just left that changeup up a little bit. Headley was able to keep it fair down the right field line.
It does now force him, however, to get GRANDAL with that runner in scoring position, 2 men out. GRANDAL's got an infield hit off Kennedy's glove back in the first inning. Last time up, took a call on 3rd strike. Back to second, but high and safe. He set that one up. Headley was getting a pretty good lead. Montero fired it down to McDonald.
Close pitch right there by Kennedy. But with Montero coming up and throwing back to second, never really gave the umpire a real good look at that. Falls behind 2-1 right here. Got to be very careful. Nice pitch. See right here, Kenny just does a great job with a 2-1 changeup.
I think that's been key for him the last few ball games. Been keeping that pitch down. He was getting it up early. The home run was really hurting him.
And that's what he struggled with all year, Greg, is making mistakes up in the zone. And guys not fouling it off, but depositing out in the bleachers. And he's really run his home run total up.
And he gets GRANDAL to chase, striking him out for his 4th strikeout of the night. And the Padres lead the runner in scoring position. They've left 6. from that man right there, Aaron Hill, as he walks to the plate. They call it the dog days of summer around this time, but when you got something to play for, it makes it a lot easier to go through because it gives you a little extra adrenaline. No doubt about that, huh?
That's for sure. Anytime you're playing for something, I don't think you feel any of that dog days of summer. You're just looking forward, look on the horizon, postseason play, the excitement.
And if you're the Diamondbacks, if you run the board here, and again, it's a long shot possibility you do that, but we go back to 07 with the Rockies where they won 19 of their last 20.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't get in, you don't get in. But as Alan Trammell said in an interview with Todd Walsh, and there's a shot hit to pretty deep center. Back on it. Over goes Venable, and he makes the catch to retire Hill for one out. He said you play all 162, and if October 3rd it's not good enough, then you go home. But you play through October 3rd.
Absolutely. You're going out there, and even if you may not be playing for a postseason spot, you're still playing for pride. Yep. You're still playing for your organization,
maybe another position
for your fans.
Standings.
Absolutely. You're going out there, and who knows who you might be playing against, whether they have a chance at making the playoffs or not, how much impact you have on their division and their series. There's a lot of factors that come into it.
Maybe you don't want a team to clinch against you. You play them a little bit harder so they can't clinch that winning game at your expense.
It's a 162-game season for a reason. It's not 145. Well, we're out of it, so we're not going to play the last 17. No, it's 162 games. You play to the best of your ability the entire time.
Upton with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Justin is 0 for 2.
See Stoltz, he's sticking to his game plan. Soft away, hard in.
And Justin's not going to be able to pull that pitch.
That's what Stoltz wants him to do. He wants him to try and pull that pitch.
Now that one he might have been able to pull a long way.
Yeah, right there. Stoltz did not want that ball coming back over the plate. You see Justin give up on that pitch right there. Winds up coming back on the inner half.
The hole now, ball 2 strikes. Up and in. Cardinals are winning tonight. They're at home against Houston. They're the team that everybody's chasing in the National League wildcard standings. Now it's full on Upton, 3-2. Oh, that's the Arizona Baseball Club right there.
That looks like some good dessert right there.
Maybe they're having a birthday. Upton fouls that one back. Arizona Baseball Club dining open to all fans all season long. That's a nice place to stop, watch a ball game. As you see, very good eats.
I've been trying to watch a ball game there all year.
You and Todd haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, I've been trying to convince Todd Walsh to go out there for maybe a pre or a post game show.
Something tells me you wouldn't have to convince Todd. I think it's probably beyond him. There's a walk to Upton with 1 out. Let's go to our Nissan text poll. How do you think Todd will vote on this one? Most impressive start, A. Cardinals, B. Wildcats, C. Sun Devils. Football season. So.
Without a doubt, the Sun Devils. No, wait a minute. I think he's going to probably go with B, maybe?
Yeah, I think he would definitely go B.
A lot to be excited about here in the state of Arizona.
7-1 between those three right now. Goldschmidt trying to go the other way, fouls one back. He's been on twice. RBI single, has scored a run, and he's walked tonight.
Yeah, Goldie's put together 2 really good back-to-back at-bats tonight. Got the RBI single in the first. Drew that walk in the third. 9-pitch walk. He's not being too anxious against Stoltz tonight. He's staying back, going the other way with the pitches.
And his home run totals are going to go up as his career goes on. I mean, 18 right now.
There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He has so much power.
I mean, he's got 58 extra base hits right now, 39 of those being doubles.
As his knowledge of the pitchers he just gains more and more of it. It's just going to make him that much better of a hitter, and you'll see all of his power numbers grow from there.
He really works at all aspects of his game. Comes out, works on his running well before batting practice. Works hard on his fielding. He's been excellent defensively at first base.
He's a great student of the game.
He really is. He takes one into the dirt, and a nice block there by GRANDAL. Again, the Diamondbacks a couple of games below 500 here this year. And it's been disappointing in the sense that everybody thought it was going to be another playoff bond year, maybe even get to the World Series. But there's still some bright spots and still a very, very bright future with a very young Diamondback ball club. Goldschmidt being one of those.
And we're getting a good glimpse at a lot of those guys that are going to be the future of the Diamondbacks.
High fly ball. Hit into deep left center field. GUZMAN back has it. And Upton retreats to first base. He just missed on that, but he pulls that ball. That's a long home run. But he hit it out near that 413 mark. And it's a long out here.
Yeah, Stoltz got away with that pitch right there. Goldie wasn't able to pull his hands in quite enough to get that. He got barrel on it, but he wasn't able. He just got under it just a little bit, you see right there. And he was still able to drive that ball out there into the left center warning track.
2 outs now for Montero. He's got an RBI double tonight. Now you might see Upton try and get into scoring position. Or just come on home. Hit to deep center field, and that ball's up off the wall. Here comes Upton racing around third, and he will score on an RBI double by Montero. His second double of the game. 3-1 D-backs. What a year he's having.
Real good job by Montero right there. He realizes that Stoltz has been trying to jump ahead with early strikes on all these hitters. He doesn't wait around. He jumps on a hanging curveball right there, drives it into the right center gap, off the wall. Big, huge 2-out RBI double right there by Miguel Montero. He's done a great job against Stoltz tonight.
And how about Miggy's 2 doubles? They have been RBI doubles with a runner on at first base. Goldschmidt scored in the first inning, and Upton scores here in the 5th. Miggy now. 2 runs batted in tonight, 84 on the year. Foul out of play by Parra.
His approach tonight has been real solid.
Parra did not start this ball game. Young did. Was injured on the first play, tracking down a fly ball. Parra's had 2 at bats. He was 0 for 2. Vincent and Brock. Left-hander now shutting it down. Montero just hit Parra's at the plate. They're keeping Stoltz in. And this one's pulled foul.
And you see that action in the bullpen. That's more going on Stoltz's pitch count than anything else, Greg. He's already up to 93 pitches on the night.
62 of those have been strikes.
Bud Black wondering maybe if he's not tiring a little bit, leaving the ball up.
Parra strikes out. 4th strikeout for Stoltz, his first since the first inning. D-backs get a run though on the Montero double. Now lead at 3-1.
Lineup for Trevor Bauer and his Reno Aces teammates. The AAA National Championship game against the Pawtucket Red Sox. Bauer was spot on, walked a few guys, but got all the offense he needed. They led 8-zip in this game. There's the famous Durham Bull smoking out of his nose right there. They would go on to win this game by the score of 10-3. So a great year. Missoula won. The Bay Bears Mobile won their AA league. And, of course, Reno taking the PCL and the AAA National Championship game. Brett Butler and his crew doing a great job this year. It was interesting earlier this afternoon, Kirk Gibson saying that most likely Trevor Bauer would be brought up, but he's not sure if he'll make a start, only if someone needs to take a break from the rotation. But all in all, great news for the minor league system of the Arizona Diamondbacks, guys.
Boy, indeed. How about that, huh? Reno, Mobile, Missoula, and the others even. I mean, big years. Mike Belt, Director of Player Development. Ray Montgomery, Director of Scouting. I understand Kevin Towers went and watched that ball game in Durham. You played in Durham, huh?
I did play there as a visitor in both the old stadium and the new stadium. Great atmosphere for baseball.
And Kennedy's falling behind 2-0 now. A base hit by Yonder Alonso, his second into the ball game to start the sixth inning for the Padres. He's got an extra run to work with now, but immediately that tying run will come to the plate here after the leadoff single. Now he's handled Denorfia tonight, something the Diamondbacks as a team have not been able to do this year until the two ABs tonight. Twice Denorfia has tapped back to Kennedy.
And he's done it very simply, Greg. He's using his off speed and he's using his aggressiveness against him, getting out on his front foot. He's not able to stay back enough on that changeup.
There's a fastball up and in there. Denorfia's had 300+ at bats this year. His play has dictated more playing time coming from his manager, Bud Black. He'll take one into the dirt. D-back fans, don't just watch the game, be a part of it. FoxSportsArizona.com's Game Connect keeps you connected to all the live stats and buzz around the game. Log on now, Game Connect on FoxSportsArizona.com. How about a double play in? You haven't had one tonight. Ground ball down to third. Johnson's got it. Goes to second for one. And on the first, you ask, you receive, right?
Perfect timing right there, Greg. And that's just another great piece of pitching right there by Kennedy. 2-0, you're in a fastball count. What do? Well, let's use another changeup. Denorfia is going to be scratching his head tonight, wondering how he got out on 3 changeups. Pounded it into the ground again. Johnson scoops it up over the hill, right to Goldie. Perfect. 5-4-3, just what the doctor ordered.
And 2 quick outs now, and nobody on. Here's Will Venable. Boy, if you would have said that Kennedy would still be in this ball game after a 30-pitch first inning in which he struggled, you might have said, okay, maybe, but he's really started to settle in. Look at this ground ball on the change. Hill on to first. It's Venable. He's really had him tonight. That's an 0-for-3 night for Venable. Still 3-1 D-backs.
LaShawn McCoy and the Eagles will be in Glendale to take on Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals. The coverage begins with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at 9 a.m. Pacific.
All righty. Eric Stoltz back out there. Throws a strike to Chris Johnson leading off in the 6th inning. 3-1 D-backs leading. For Stoltz, that was his 95th pitch of the night. Another strike. Johnson's 1 for 2. That was the first 10 ball games. That was a road trip. Johnson 5 homers, 16 RBIs since 1 and 12. Did he go? He did. He couldn't check up. And that's the 5th strikeout for Stoltz. But last 26 ball games, only a .231 average. Seen his playing time kind of cut down some. Ryan Wheeler's been getting some starts at third. Now McDonald will bat now. Ryan Wheeler, they're backing out of the screen. He's talking with Goldschmidt. That's a lot of youth right there, isn't it?
There's a lot of youth on this club tonight.
Eden there. Even Parr is only 25. Corbin in the picture there. Popped up. Right side. Maybe a player near the dugout. Oh, he had to reach back, but he caught it. Did Alonso to retire McDonald for out number 2. We have only had one 1-2-3 inning here tonight. That was by Kennedy in the 3rd. Stoltz is looking for his first here. On the first 2. Next pitch coming will be number 100 for him.
Greg, both pitchers have done a great job of getting themselves deep in this game because honestly, after the first 2 innings, I thought it would be very short outings for both pitchers.
55 pitches alone in the first inning. 30 by Kennedy, 25 from Stoltz. And 3 of the 4 runs scored in this ballgame came in that first inning. 2, says Doug Eddings. 0-2 the count. Three. I didn't say that. That was strike 3. And 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. We'll head to the 7th. 3-1 Arizona. New book to receive tickets to the upcoming D-backs series against the Padres. All donations received will be matched dollar for dollar by the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation and will benefit the Toys for Tots literacy program presented by the UPS stores. All right, TNT trivia question tonight. Well, we're talking knuckleballers. It was not Tom Candiotti, but let's look at the answers. And you had R.A. Dickey, who did it just the other night. Charlie Up, Phil Niekro, Cy Young in 1904.
Wow.
Won a lot of ball games with not a big strikeout.
He did win a lot
game.
of ball games without many strikeouts.
Not a big strikeout.
He was
guy,
pitching
though.
to contact, Greg.
And Kennedy pitched to contact there, but he's going to flag it down. On the first pitch swinging, Jesus Guzman to start the 7th.
1 pitch, 1 out on the first pitch curveball. Love to see that.
Quentin was on deck, but now he's called back, and it looks like Amarista's going to come out and pinch hit instead. That was just in case Guzman got on base, so he'd get the tying run up with Quentin. So Alexi Amarista, a little left-handed hitter, who's hurt the Diamondbacks this year with his bat, will come to the plate. Stoltz's night comes to an end. He could still win it if his club could get a lead here and hang on. Amarista hitting .290 against the Diamondbacks this year. 9 hits, a home run, and 7 runs batted in. And the third baseman, Johnson, closes up a little bit. That's side ball 1. Kennedy's still working out there. Strike. He's not yet thrown 100 pitches, closing in on it, but not there yet.
See Kennedy with good fastball down and away right there. Even the count, 1-1.
It's fouled.
Good curveball right there. We haven't seen many of those tonight from him, Greg, but I'll tell you, his changeup's been that good where he hasn't really had to rely on the curveball too much tonight. Just reminding the Padres that he still does have it in his back pocket.
Well, he really settled down after the first inning. He gets Amarista to pop one up. And Johnson, the third baseman, has it for out number 2.
Just a real good job at changing high level right there to get him out.
Brad Ziegler up in the bullpen, loosing for the D-backs. Here comes Cabrera. If Kennedy can get through 7 here, that's a very, very impressive night. 30 in the first inning, and really hasn't come close since. First 2 innings, and then after that, it's been low totals.
And that's why it was so important, Greg, in that first inning to limit the damage. After he had given up the 1 run, he now had two outs. He needed to end it right there, not to let them get any more runs. And he did a great job of settling down after that.
Misses outside to Cabrera. Padres low to the bases in the first inning, and save for a missed tag on a potential play at the plate. Would have been a double play. That's into center field. Eaton going back, Eaton going back, Eaton going back, and that play off the wall. Cabrera can run. He's going to get all the way to third base. Upton can't get it up. Now he gets it back in. He missed the handle trying to pick it up. And Cabrera had actually hesitated after he passed the bag at second and went on to third. He gets a triple.
Yeah, you see right there, Ian not wanting to walk him, comes with a fastball right down the middle. Cabrera does a great job of driving him off the wall in center, and Justin not really sure if he was going to be going to third or not. Kind of took his eyes off the ball right there, and a slight bobble right there allows Cabrera to reach the third for a triple.
2 outs. Kennedy will pitch to Forsythe here. He is a tying run to the plate. And he starts him with strike 1. Forsythe tonight 1 for 3 has scored the Padres run. Game of the first inning.
See a good changeup to start right there. On the outer half and down.
His good quality strikes tonight have been low. Parr giving it a chase. He's going to get it in left center. Kennedy gets through 7 here tonight. Quite a night after he threw 31st inning pitches. And he leaves having thrown 104 with a lead. 3-1 Diamondbacks on top of the Padres as we go to the bottom of the 7th. We're joined tonight by Mike Fetters, who's working with Jody pre and post. How you doing?
Doing great. Watching the D-backs lead right now. It's been fun.
What do you like about Ian Kennedy tonight?
After that first inning, he's settled in. He's creating better angle and tilt with his pitches. He's established his changeup. He's throwing it whenever he wants to in any count. And he's getting ahead of guys and making them swing it and putting the ball in play.
Eaton takes the ball out. Sorry, he took a strike, from Brad Brock.
Yeah,
see the difference.
He's done a great job tonight, and I thought it was all premised off that first inning and being able to get out of there without giving up a bunch of runs. He got out of there, just gave up the 1 run, and he was able to settle in after that.
Yeah, he minimized the damage. He could have got ugly real quick. He made his pitches, and he could have got crazy after the play at the plate.
Yeah.
Called him safe, and he saw him. He was emotional. At that point, he righted the ship. He settled himself down. He got through the inning, gave up the 1 run, and gave his team a chance to get back in the dugout and get a lead.
He's been on twice tonight, has scored a run. Well, they 1-2 count now. Eaton has walked, scored, stolen a base, hit by a pitch. Diamondbacks would like another run or two. He laid off. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
You know what did wonders for Ian Kennedy's confidence as well was to come back with that 2-out rally in the first inning for the Diamondbacks hitters. You know, GOLDSCHMIDT doing a decent job of doing not much of the pitch, man on second base, a hanging breaking ball, and he hits it to right field, didn't do too much. Then Miggy with that double with 2 outs. 2-out rallies, 2-out RBIs builds a lot of confidence in the club, and it builds the pitcher's confidence when he goes back out there. He knew it wasn't his best first inning. He goes back out there for the second. He's been cruising since.
That's the most important thing. After he had given up that run to the Padres, for the Diamondbacks to come back and pick him up and score in the bottom of the first definitely changed, I think, the entire outcome of his outing tonight.
Right, and it could have been a disaster because the Padres have been beaten up on the Diamondbacks this year, and it could have been, oh, here we go again. First inning, we're giving up a run. But he stopped the bleeding. The hitters came back in, got those 2 runs right away, and the rest has been good.
Our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cold play of the game. That's what you're talking about, Mike. Hit by GOLDSCHMIDT.
Yeah, he didn't do too much. He got a breaking ball. It was a nothing breaking ball. He didn't pull it and try to yank it out of the ballpark. He took what the pitcher gave him, went the other way with it, and got the guy in from second base. Going into this game, they were hitting like 210 with runners in scoring position or something, and both times they got guys in scoring position that inning, they drove them both in. That's how you win ball games. It's clutch hitting, not as amount of hits. It's the amount of hits you get at the right time.
How about Adam Eaton? He walked for the second time. He was down to the count 0-2 and ended up with his second walk of the night, on base for the 3rd time. 2 walks and a hit by pitch.
Ian's done a great job. I think he does a real good job of working the pitcher. He makes him throw a lot of pitches to him. He allows everyone else behind him to see what that pitcher's featuring for the night, and I think that's invaluable for your leadoff hitter.
Hill sends one into left field. GUZMAN comes on and makes the catch. 1 out in the inning.
You know, that was kind of a concern in spring training with the young man. He wasn't on the roster. He's a free swinger. And I think being with Brett Butler in the minor leagues taught him how to be a leadoff hitter. Every team in Major League Baseball is starving for speed. Here's a kid that can run. If he learns how to be a leadoff hitter, like you said, taking pitches, working the pitcher every at bat, he's going to be in the big leagues for a long time because he can run and he can hit. He's a free swinger. He does have some pop, which he hasn't displayed yet, but he's a guy that a prototypical left-handed leadoff hitter. Get on base, let me make things happen, and he's that guy. He plays with his hair on fire.
Cause havoc out there.
Yeah. Upton has walked and scored a run tonight. Justin now 91 runs scored on the year. So it looks like he's going to get to the century mark in that category. Just getting back to Eaton for a moment. I think when he first came up, every youngster, be it on the mound or a hitter, you want to impress. You want to hit 1,000. You want to pitch, deep into a ball game. And I think he perhaps is trying to hit his way on base a little too often early on, but now he's gotten into that flow where he feels pretty comfortable, taking a lot of pitches. Even when he gets behind on the count, he still looks for his pitch.
Yeah, it helps when you know the manager's going to run you out there every day at this point in time. He knows I'm in the lineup, man, there's no sense of pressing. Just let me do what I do. Like you said, it's that comfort level that he's getting at now because he's playing more and more games and he's getting more and more comfortable at this level.
And that's what you want is for someone who has the type of speed that he does, when he gets on base, what it does for the hitters behind him, that pitcher now has to pay attention to him. So it might take away a little bit of what that pitcher's trying to accomplish as far as attacking the hitter. So instead of hitting that outside corner, maybe he leaves it over the plate a little bit. And that's what the Diamondbacks have been looking for, someone at the top of the order who can really create havoc on the bases.
Watch Eaton tear around second here and head for third. Venable just going to get a hit ball back into second. No end, getting a third.
After he put his head down, he knew when that ball was hit, where it was hit. He anticipated, if it goes over there, I'm going to third no matter what. And that's what he did.
And you see Upton right here, just a sweet swing, stays right through it, drives it right back up the middle. And you see Eaton right here, as soon as he sees it hit, he knows it's going to land. He puts his head down, takes a great turn around second right there, gets into third without even a throw, sets it up perfectly right here. First and third for Goldie.
I guess he wanted to get his uniform dirty there because he didn't need to slide. But here is Goldschmidt. Diamondbacks now with a chance to add to this 3-1 lead. Oh, ground ball to short. Let's see if they can get to. Out at second. Out at first on a dazzler. Turned in by Cabrera. What a play by Cabrera. Spectacular to get the double play and end this inning. Look at this. That get any better than that. 3-1 D-backs is still lead. Trade presented by Ram Trucks. That guy involved with one, but let's show you one turned in by Aaron Hill a little bit earlier tonight. He just continues to play great defensively, and he had to rush this throw to get Everett Cabrera, and then he just got him at first base. And then how about Cabrera on the ball hit by Goldschmidt? Completely turning around midair and throwing to first to get the double play and end that Diamondback threat in the seventh. That was nifty.
That was acrobatic right there. I have no idea how he was able to spin in the middle of the air and still get enough on the throw accurately to first base.
How about Ian Kennedy being rewarded here with the 8th inning by Kurt Gibson and Charles Nagy. He's got the Diamondbacks through 7 with 104 pitches, 30 of those in the first inning. So he only needed 74 over the next 6, but he's working in the 8th, and he's working to Chase Headley with a 2-run lead here. Now, Gibby might have told him, or Charles Nagy, they get a base runner, we're going to go to the pen. Hernandez is locked and loaded, ready to come in if need be.
Yeah, and Gibby sent Kennedy back out there simply for the fact that after the first few innings, Kennedy really hasn't labored through this game. Even though it was into the hundreds, his pitch count, he really hadn't labored after those first 2 innings.
Kennedy got away with one there, but the count's run to 2-2. And he struck out Headley. And by getting that call the previous pitch, he just came right back, same location, and forced Headley to swing because that ball had been called a strike on the previous pitch.
And that's just the intelligence of Kennedy right there, to double up on that fastball up and away. Right after you get the called strike, you know the hitter in the back of his head is, I have to swing right here because I don't want to get called out on strikes.
So 1 down, and here is YASMANI GRANDAL, who is 1 for 3. Ball 1 inside. You know, the numbers are not fantastic here for Ian tonight. 7 hits, 1 run. He's walked a couple. He has struck out 5. But if you look at his year, and obviously last time out, very good against the Dodgers. This will be one of his guttier performances this season, I think.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job, Greg. I was already chalking it up to maybe we'll get 5 out of him tonight. He's pitching into the 8th inning right now. That just goes to show you the type of competitor he is and how he buckled down tonight and was able to get himself deep into this game.
He's run the count here at 3-0. So he fell behind HEADLEY. Now he's fallen behind 3-0 on GRANDAL. And he gets a strike in here. The guy on deck has gotten him for a couple of hits tonight and has driven in the Padre run. That is Alonso.
And I got a sneaky feeling if he gets on right here, I think that might be the night for Kennedy.
I think you're right. Oh, he's run it full 3-2. He doesn't want to come out, does he?
He's not ready to give up the rock yet.
No. He's run it full on GRANDAL, 3-2. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ian Kennedy as he comes back from 3-0 and strikes out GRANDAL for the 3rd time tonight.
That's just determination right there, Greg. He was determined that he's going to finish this inning. Falls behind 3-0, comes back, 3 straight fastballs, blows him away on 3-2. Kennedy's looking to try and finish up right here what he started.
Alonso a sacrifice fly and 2 hits. Breaking ball misses a little bit low and inside. GRANDAL was not happy about that last at bat. And the helmet actually flew out of the dugout.
Careful with that equipment.
Yes, sir.
I know of a certain person who lost favor with his manager after an episode like that.
1-1 strike. Oh, beauty. Breaking ball. Got it in for strike 2. Ian really trying to close this 8 innings of work tonight on a really high note.
See if he doubles up with the curveball and tries to blow him away with the fastball.
Crowd's with him. 2-2.
Goes with the changeup right there. Evens up the count 2-2. He's looking to end it on a strikeout right here, Greg.
That would be grand. He has struck out the first 2 in the inning. He's 2-2 on the hitter, Alonso. And the ball skips away, so now the count is full.
Tried to double up with the changeup right there. Now he gets the count 3-2.
120 pitches.
Yeah, I think he's just going to rear back right here, Greg, and throw hole number 1.
122 is his high at San Francisco back on May 30th. High fly ball to right field for Upton. Settling under it. And Ian Kennedy, terrific outing tonight. Gets through 8 after a 30-pitch first inning. And he leaves the diamond with a 2-run lead. Coming pitching matchup. Anderson Volquez, Trevor Cahill. Cahill 11-11. Volquez 10-10. But Volquez will allow some base runners. Look at that watch per 9 innings pitch. 5.4.
That's not very good right there, Greg. To be 10-10 and still be walking 5.4.
Opponent batting average pretty low, 228. There you see Ian. He should have a smile on his face. How about his 8 innings here tonight?
You can't say enough about that outing right there. That's just a testament of just being gritty, determination, finding a way to get it done, saying, I will get deep in this game. You can't say enough about the job he did right there, Greg.
Needed 30 pitches in that first inning. Bases were loaded, then settled in after that. He only had 2 1-2-3 innings on the night, but the second was the 8th inning when he went through 3, 4, and 5 in the order with 2 strikeouts.
And the funny thing is, Greg, if you ask him, that wasn't his best game of the year, wasn't his crispest game of the year, but if you ask him which outing he's most proud of, I guarantee you this ranks right up there with him.
So Kennedy hoping his club can finish it out. Our APS Energy All-Star is this guy tonight. How about Miguel Montero? 2 RBI doubles tonight. And both coming with 2 men out. 1 in the first inning, 1 in the 5th. He's driven in 2 of the 3. And Montero now with 84 runs batted in of the year. Tommy Lane, a former Diamondback farmhand, in his first season with the Padres is on his 21st game. Look at that opponent batting average, 1.43. 20 strikeouts, only 3 walks. Yeah.
11 2/3 innings.
Montero takes the ball outside. Now Montero had his 2 doubles against Stoltz, the left-hander.
Yeah, he did a really good job of staying in there against Stoltz, not trying to do too much. Keeping his front shoulder closed and not flying open.
He laid off ball 3. He's running full.
He's really seeing the ball good right now, Greg.
Well, he came into this ball game having reached base 13 of his last 18 plate appearances, so now it's 15 of 21.
That's ridiculous numbers right there.
He's hitting 290 with his 2 for 3 performance tonight. And he gets away from the catcher. Here's a throw down to first, and they still got it. 2-3. GRANDAL recovered to get Montero on the strikeout. Throw him out. Got our Nissan text poll results tonight. Cardinals at 51%. Wildcats at 45%.
My buddy Todd Walsh did not vote enough tonight, Greg.
He tried.
Only got the Wildcats up to 45%. He called in probably about 15, 20 times. He probably texted.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Just speed dial.
He had it on speed text.
JJ's up, loosening. Here's Parr. Parr did not start this ball game. Chris Young aggravated his right quad injury that he had earlier. He had to leave after the very first play of the ball game. 0-2 now on Parra. Parra came in. He's taking an 0 for 3. Parra saying nice. Get to face all left-handers all night.
Yeah, Gerardo Parra had a nice view from the bench, and after the top of the first, he found himself thrown right into the fire, and has faced some very tough lefties tonight, and not all too happy about his at-bats so far tonight.
Parra playing in game number 123 on the season. Diamondbacks playing game number 147 here tonight. Reaches out, slaps that one, third base side, Headley over, and no play. Keeps him up there 1-2. A little over, almost 21,000 here tonight. Foul ball. Hey, subscribe to MLB.tv today and take advantage of new low pricing and see every D-backs out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. 1-2 count.
Parra doing a nice job of spoiling a couple of tough pitches. Evens the count up at 2-2 right here. He's just looking for Lane right here to hopefully make a mistake, leave one over the plate for him, put a good swing on it.
Now Lane has given. He gets this one to first, and Parra's out number 2. Taking Bile onto himself. And now Chris Johnson looking into the dugout. See if Bud Black's going to make a change. He's had a right-hander loosening, but it looks like he'll stay with Lane. Now we know Bruce Bochy would have.
I was just going to say, Greg, that's a huge change from the last series we just went through. We'd have been about 8 pitchers deep already.
Strike one. Cardinals won their ball game tonight against Houston. And everybody chasing them just kind of takes a deep breath and says, okay, got more work cut out for ourselves, including the Diamondbacks. But you want to win this one. You don't want to drop from 4.5 to 5.5 back. Foul out of play by CJ. 0-2.
First things first, they got to take care of business themselves and worry about the other stuff that you can't control. There's nothing you can do about it. You just hope you get a little bit of help from the other teams. But none of that matters unless you take care of business yourself.
Diamondbacks with a win here tonight would run this homestand to 4-2. Remember, they went 2 over the Dodgers, 1-2 against San Francisco. This a 3-game series. Outside.
More importantly, Greg, you win this first game against the Padres right here. I think it does more for your psyche going against them the rest of the series, because let's face it, the Padres have had their number of late.
Yeah, they've beaten up on the Diamondbacks this year. Swing and a miss. Johnson strikes out. And the inning is over. So we'll head to the ninth. JJ will come on, it looks like, to try and close things out. And the D-backs up by 2 over San Diego. Just like we promised early in the game, it's Miller Time, brought to you by Miller Lite. How about tonight? Joe Borowski for 1, Ian Kennedy.
Ian Kennedy was dazzling tonight. What we both thought would be a very short outing, he wound up going 8 innings, 121 pitches. But it was just an outstanding job, and if you ask him, he'll be most proud of this start right here. It wasn't his best of the year, but probably his most satisfying.
And now he will watch the rest of the way as JJ Putz comes on and tries to close this one out. Diamondbacks need 3 outs to get a win. JJ going for save number 30 here tonight. And first up against him will be Chris Denorfia, who's warranted an 0 for 3 in the ballgame. When have we said that this year?
I think we'd be hard pressed to say that against Denorfia, but Kennedy did a fantastic job of getting him out on his front foot all night tonight.
There's a shot to center, a base hit immediately to start the inning. Eaton over to get it, but it gets by him. And that's going to send Denarpia all the way to third base. So that'll be a single and a two-base error to start the 9th inning. Eaton went down to try and block that ball, and it got by him somehow.
Denarpia jumping right here on the first pitch, not even letting JJ get comfortable yet. Drives it right back up the middle. You see, that ball was hit so sharply, and Eaton, playing the other way, had to really rush to get over there. Tried to slide in order to stop that ball from getting by, but was not able to get there in time.
Now you just forget about that guy on third. He scores, so be it. You got to concentrate on the hitters.
At all.
Yep.
Does not matter at all.
The hitter is Will Venable. He's the tying run here. And low ball one. Venable against Kennedy, struck out, popped to first, grounded to second. And a fly ball to left. Parr will probably make a play on this and throw. There's the catch. Here comes a throw. And it's offline. The run is in. Sacrifice fly to make it 3-2.
And the Diamondbacks are gladly exchanging out right there.
Yeah, that takes a little of that momentum away because now that guy has scored, okay, but nobody on base. And now you concentrate on the next two. You need the next two outs.
And that's the tough part. When you're a closer, you can't think selfishly or as an individual, because a lot of times you're thinking, I don't want to give up this run, but it really doesn't matter, Greg. You're looking for, bottom line is to get the save right here. So, yeah, whatever happens, if you want to score that run, that's fine. I'll trade it for outs any day of the week. And sometimes when you see numbers, they get skewed a little bit because of that type of mentality as a closer. It's totally different than a normal pitcher in that type of thinking.
And the words, of course, coming from a guy who did a lot of closing in his major league career. It is a different makeup. And you really, as you said, you really just have to almost just have tunnel vision, don't you?
Oh, you have to have a short memory. You have to just go right after hitters.
McDonald throws out Guzman for out number 2. Now Mark Kotze is going to come off the bench and be the pinch hitter against JJ. Our wild card watch. The Pirates lose tonight. Diamondbacks could gain on them with a win. And of course the Cardinals, they stay. They'll gain on the teams that were rained out, the Dodgers and the Phillies tonight. But the Diamondbacks, again, they need to win, and then they'll worry about the rest.
Absolutely, Greg. You can only control what you have a part in, and that's the game that you're playing. At the end of the day, if you look up and some teams happen to help you out, that's fantastic.
So Kotze has had a long major league career, and he slices this one down the left field line, but foul. Strike one. Kotze this year as a pinch hitter has gone 10 for 40. He does have a pinch hit home run. And those are his career pinch hitting numbers.
Some good numbers right there, Greg. 295, 4 home runs, 27 RBIs. And that's the thing, is he's been around this league for so long, Greg. He has an idea of what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You see him try to jump on that first pitch from JJ, knowing that he doesn't want to fall behind and have to worry about that split finger.
0-1 the count. Ground ball to short. McDonald's got it. JJ gets the save. Kennedy gets the win. And Kennedy follows that outing by Patrick Corbin with a solid outing. And the Diamondbacks win their 73rd of the year as they beat the Padres tonight for the first time this season at home. It's a one-run ball game, a one-run Diamondback win, 3-2. Their starters, Corbin and Kennedy. How about those numbers over the last couple of games?
That's a tough act to follow right there, Greg. And hopefully it's a trend these two starters are going to set for the rest of this series right here, with Cahill picking up the slack for tomorrow.
So the Diamondbacks won it And they're now 4-2 on this homestand. Let's send things out to center field way. Here's Jody Jackson and Mike Fetters.
All right, thanks a lot, Greg and Joe. We're with you for Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink, our post-game show. And Mike, what's fun to talk about in this game is the fact that we talked about the offense and the lack of it, but this was a well-pitched game. The Diamondbacks didn't need a lot of runs tonight.
Yeah, the pitching was great. Ian Kennedy stepped up, pitched the way we know he can, kept the minimal damage in that first inning, gave the Diamondbacks offense a chance to get a lead, and they kept it.
All right, and we'll look forward to also talking with Greg and Joe about this game and more. Reaction from the field, Brad Steinke will have a guest when we come back. It's Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink. Our post-game show is the Diamondbacks beat the Padres for the first time here at Chase Field in 2012. The final, 3-2.